Can any of you see Sancho ever playing for Manchester United again? Because I can, you know.
I think it's gone too far now. I think, like you mentioned, there's been that apology and that wait for an apology that hasn't come. The only way I think it would be realistic is if Ten Hag wasn't there anymore and then he could come back under a new manager and maybe reignite his career at Manchester United that way. But I think for the short term, until the end of the season, it feels like a good decision. And I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not having any indication on Ten Hag and his managerial position. I'm just saying that's probably the only realistic option if there's a change in manager, because the relationship between the two of them is completely broken down. He's not involved in first team training. He's not got that relationship anymore. There's no real kind of attempts anymore to try and build that back up, is there? So you can't realistically say you can come back onto that and get back to the top.
Well, he's emblematic of Manchester United's transfer policy as of late. You bring in a player for big money, expect them to perform whilst not considering the system that they're being dropped into.
Oh, he went in. I was like, I'm not saying anything. And Craig was like,
no, it's true. No, it's true. And it's you can lay the blame at the door of Eric Ten Hag, but you can lay the blame at so many people, and that's the reason why Ineos have come in and they've got a new ruthless strategy. Melissa already talked about it in December about how Manchester United are going to be ruthless when it comes to contracts and when it comes to moving players on that don't fit culturally. And I think that Sancho is an example of that. And as a result of that, if Ten Hag does stay at United long term, I can't see Sancho coming back and being rebedded into the team.
You can though, Tom, even under Ten Hag?
I can see him coming back. I can see him playing for Manchester United again at some point and actually still being a success. I really do.
I think the only way that could happen is like Harriet suggests, if there was a managerial change at Manchester United and Eric Ten Hag wasn't there anymore. I think that's probably
Manchester United continue to monitor Matías Fernandes, as midfield reinforcements remain a priority. Manchester United have once again found themselves at the centre of transfer discussions as speculation surrounding Portuguese midfielder Matías Fernandes continues to gather momentum ahead of the summer transfer window. With the club expected to strengthen several key areas of the squad, the talented midfielder has emerged as one of the latest names, being linked with a potential move to Old Trafford. Following another season filled with inconsistency, Manchester United are widely expected to reshape their squad in an effort to return to the top level of English and European football. Improving the midfield has become one of the club's priorities, and reports linking them with Matías Fernandes have generated excitement among supporters eager to see fresh talent arrive. The young Portuguese midfielder has built a reputation as one of the brightest prospects in his country, known for his technical quality, composure on the ball, creativity, and ability to dictate the tempo of play. Fernandes possesses many of the attributes that fans believe could help transform United's midfield. His energy and versatility have also attracted attention, making him a player capable of contributing both defensively and offensively. Supporters have been actively discussing the possibility of the move across social media, with many seeing Fernandes as a long-term investment who could become a key figure at the club. As Manchester United continue their rebuilding process, adding young players with high potential remains an important part of the strategy. Despite the growing rumors, no official agreement has been announced, and speculation surrounding Fernandes' future continues to dominate conversations among fans and football analysts alike. With the transfer window approaching, attention is expected to intensify as clubs across Europe assess their options and prepare for potential moves. For Manchester United supporters, the prospect of bringing in a talented and dynamic midfielder such as Matías Fernandes represents another reason for optimism. Whether the Portuguese star ultimately arrives at Old Trafford remains to be seen, but his name is certain to remain firmly in the spotlight as the summer transfer saga unfolds. As always, Manchester United fans around the world will be watching closely for any developments, hoping the club can secure the right additions to help restore its status among football's elite. Until then, speculation surrounding Matías Fernandes, and a possible move to the Theatre of Dreams, is likely to continue generating headlines throughout the summer.